Outside of football, I built a lot of Legos and I got a nice Pokemon card collection.
I would say I watch a lot of cartoons, watch a lot of YouTube.
I love pickup hoops. Basketball is like one of the most fun sports to play.
I just started back playing a little bit of 2K, so if anybody wanna get on them sticks, we can do it.
I like watching anime, and then I like watching like old cartoon shows.
My favorite card right now has to be a 151 Blastoise. I mean, maybe talking gibberish to a lot of people, but Legos and Pokemon cards are what I grew up with as a kid, so being able to support my inner kid sometimes, I just enjoy it.
What's going on? I'm Jaden Craig, quarterback from Montclair, New Jersey, and I just transferred here from Harvard. If you told me my sophomore year of high school that I was gonna be at Harvard, I probably would have laughed in your face. So when that came around, it was just one of those things where like, they're gonna offer me a spot in school, like, there's no way I'm passing that up. Going to Harvard, I was under the mentality that, if I'm good enough, they'll find me. And I definitely feel like I got to that point, and it was a big decision on whether I would transfer, if I would declare. And I originally thought, early on in the season that was going to be my last year in college. Just talking to my agent, I ultimately made the decision to enter the portal. I didn't go into the process thinking I was going to be one and done on the visits, but that's just the way the cookie crumbled. I think it was definitely the right decision because, in terms of development, I feel like you can't beat the attention that you get in college in terms of development. So, I'm really happy with my decision, and that's kind of what the decision came down to at the end of the day.
Me and Jaden Craig was talking, and we both had made a decision to come here to TCU. Well, Jaden did first, and I followed right out there. I'm coming out of high school, ended up going to South Alabama. Had a good career at South Alabama. Entered myself in a portal, and I found home here at TCU. Fun fact, I was at another school when Coach Kelly called me. So once I got that phone call and once I had it in my mind that TCU could be a place where I can land, as a receiver, you immediately go look at that quarterback situation. The opportunity here to play ball is golden. It's a group of great guys, and everybody just got the same come and go here. Everybody want to win.
When TCU first reached out, I had interest for sure because, like I said, I came to play, so I see how it is on game day and a game experience here, so I really wanted to be a part of something like that. I first started playing ball in high school. We went back-to-back state championships, then I went off to college to Illinois State. I didn't play much my freshman year, sophomore year. I went crazy, transferred, went to Colorado. Had some ups and downs at Colorado. Now I'm at TCU, leaving Colorado. I had a big head for sure. But coming here, I feel like it was my best decision.
Once I came up on the visit and saw the guys and just how, stuff functioned around here, I knew I was at home. I wasn't heavily recruited or over-recruited, nothing like that. I ended up going to Louisiana Tech. I played running back my first year. My second year, I played safety. And then this past year, I played both ways, at receiver and safety. So I was able to put up good production, had good coaches and good teammates just the whole way through. And now I'm here at TCU.
Having TCU reach out was super big, and I was just super blessed and excited to get here on campus. Like in my past, being at different places like UNC and Virginia Tech, having 2 head coaches fired, one in the middle of the season, one right at the end of the season, I've been able to see like the good and the bad, football being such a big part of my life for so long, really my whole life. Not really having that to go out there and, as an outlet to, let things off or just like enjoy myself and express myself. It was definitely really hard.
I didn't get my first offer until my junior year of high school. So I was a late bloomer, you can say. I committed to Cincinnati. I started redshirt freshman year, started redshirt sophomore year. I left Cincinnati, went to Central Michigan last year, had a good season, now I'm here. TCU came about, Coach AG, Aaron Green. He just told me how Fort Worth was a great city, which he wasn't wrong. TCU was a good experience, which he wasn't wrong on that. I'm enjoying my experience so far.
I mean, as soon as I hit the portal the second time, I knew wherever I wanted to go, I just needed to end up back in Texas. So I grew up playing basketball. I didn't really start playing football till my junior year of high school. I played probably like 3 or 4 games. I ended up moving schools to Coronado High School in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I ended up playing there for my senior year. After that, I ended up getting a couple offers, and I decided to stay local, and I went to UNLV. But they ended up firing my coach at the end of that year. He ended up giving me the opportunity to go transfer to Oklahoma State, where I was at for the last 3.5 years. Talking to the coaches when I was getting recruited, they just needed some interior help. For me, they wanted me to come in and just be a big body and just be an older guy that can help lead and help show the younger guys that they have, because they have great young guys here with great potential. But they just needed a guy to fill in for a year or two to help those young guys grow. So me being here, I just want to help them grow, and I want to help, lead on the football field while I can.
Definitely more of a quiet guy when it comes to quarterback style, but I know where everyone's supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there. So if they're not, I'm definitely going to get on guys and make sure that they correct it, and just hold guys accountable, and myself included. I feel like I come with not just high football knowledge, but I'm 22. I'm one of the older guys on the team, so I have some life experiences, and I feel like whatever anyone's going through, I can be a help if they need.
Off the field, I love hanging out with my guys. Everything's cool. On the field, I can be hard sometimes, but it's all for the right reasons. We all gotta stay locked in, we gotta stay focused and do our job right.
Kind of crazy because I'm straight business when it comes to stepping on the football field, but off the field, I'm the most positive, friendly person you ever meet. I like to welcome people in with open arms, no matter who you is, inviting people in to talk whenever they want to talk. I'm pretty sure everybody's willing to talk to me. I'm the guy that always keep a smile on his face. So
there's only a couple of us older guys. Everyone else is pretty young, so they just try to learn from us, and we try to set a good example. If you see me in the weight room, when we have weight on the bar, I'm working. There's no laughing, there's no joking, hanging out, we're just working. I want my teammates to see, even if it sucks and they're struggling, I'm struggling too, but I'm just pushing my head and I'm just going through it so they can do it too.
I'm trying to replace Bud Clark. To everybody else, I'm not Bud Clark. I feel like I just gotta, be where I'm supposed to be at, continue to grow each and every day, and just do the right things on and off the field. Anything I gotta do to get that done, I'm gonna do it.
I don't want to come in and be the person who's like, oh, I'm the transfer. I'm going to just come in and be big bad guy and just run things. I feel like it's fill myself into that role to being able to be a leader, to be someone that people come to ask questions and look for answers about the defenses.
Now, I would describe myself as uplifting in the weight room, on the field, those types of things. I'm always an uplifting person. If I see somebody I know, like a teammate or somebody, I'm always going to dap them up. Say what's up, have a little conversation.
I feel like I lead by example, but I do say what needs to be said. The receiver room is pretty young, so anytime it's something that I already know from me playing and playing in a program or a college football game, it's just only right to give the knowledge back to them.
Outside of football, I built a lot of Legos, and I got a nice Pokemon card collection. I actually collect sealed Legos I'm gonna keep for a while just in case, something happens. But I had to drive my Legos from Stillwater, Oklahoma to Fort Worth, Texas. So half of them broke. It was very sad. But Legos and Pokemon cards are what I grew up with as a kid. So being able to support my inner kid sometimes, I just enjoy it. My favorite card right now has to be a 151 Blastoise. I have it graded, it's a PSA 10. It's a pretty nice card, but my most expensive card's probably PSA 10 Bubble Mew. I mean, maybe talking gibberish to a lot of people, but they're just, if you look them up, you'll see what I'm talking about.
I would say I watch a lot of cartoons, watch a lot of YouTube. I like watching anime, and then I like watching old cartoon shows, like Regular Show, Adventure Time, Amazing World of Gumball, stuff like that.
I just started back playing a little bit of 2K, so if anybody wanna get on them sticks, we can do it. Gaming always been a thing, but as I got to college, my time started getting a little shorter, so I haven't been able to, play it like I want to, so.
I love pickup hoops. Basketball is one of the most fun sports to play. Just take my mind off of, whatever's going on. So I feel like basketball has just been a little bit of an escape whenever I need it.
My first experience with TCU is when we played y'all last year when I was at Colorado. And it was the last play of the game. It was 4 seconds left. Everybody thought y'all was finna kick the field goal, and y'all came out in a formation and y'all scored. Coming in, playing TCU, being on the field, it was very loud. The atmosphere was most definitely good. I most definitely felt that energy. So I see how it is on game day and a game experience here. So I really wanted to be a part of something like that.
when I was like younger, it was a while ago. I definitely saw TCU on TV early in my life. I think the quarterback you guys had was Teon Parks. I just remember like seeing some of his highlights, and he was just really good dual threat quarterback.
Teon Parks, I just remember watching his highlights, and the one that sticks out was when he made all those defenders miss and dapped up the West Virginia head coach on the sideline. You know, he was just always an electric guy that, you know, was so fun to watch at a young age. And that's probably my earliest TCU memories, is just watching him play.
Whenever SMU TCU would play, I'd be watching the games. My family from Dallas, so like we would always have family over, you know, Fort Worth versus Dallas, but shoot, I just remember that being a good time. I always just picture myself being on this stage, and now I'm here, so.
Believe it or not, my first interaction with TCU was when they made that huge championship run. Me, a hungry team coming from the Big 12 to make it all the way to the big stage, I mean, it says a lot. It says a lot about the programs.
Obviously the jerseys. Like everybody know, like when it comes to like Nike and Jersey, they like the top. So obviously that, just seeing that and just how they put stuff together, like obviously it's appealing to someone that play football, that like to have swag when they play.
Jerseys. It was just jerseys. They had the swag. I wasn't really a big football guy growing up. I just played basketball, so I really didn't pay attention to college football. All I knew was TCU had really nice jerseys. I grew up in Frisco, so I had a basketball tournament out here this way. I can't remember what it was, but we had a little break in between games, so my dad drove me to the campus actually, and we pulled up to the parking lot right there. We walked out and walked to the gates, and he just really showed me, you know, what big time football was. I really wasn't playing football at that time, but he was just trying to inspire me and trying to, you know, encourage me, and I ended up actually coming here, which is awesome, so. You know, everybody wants to be here. Everyone wants to be a TCU Horned Frog. Everybody wants to win football in Fort Worth. They want to win games here. And I'm not saying my last program didn't want to win, but the guys here have a real dedication and a heart and will to want to win games.
I think it's just the mentality and about football. I think this is guys' plan A, like guys want to play in the NFL, and that's like their dream. And that is the case for some guys at Harvard, but it's not everybody's dream, and it's definitely mine. So I think being around like-minded individuals who really want to pour everything they can into making the NFL, and that's the main goal, I think will push me that much to work that much harder every day.
Facilities, obviously, I feel like these are one of the top facilities, especially on the visits I took during the portal. This is one of the top facilities, so I would say those things.
The recovery center, you know, I've never seen that before, so it's definitely something unique. Specifically, I'd say the snow room, and probably the red light beds. We didn't have that where I was at.
These facilities are insane. So I feel like when you have such nice facilities like the rehab center and even just the locker room, it makes it that much easier to come in every day at, you know, 6 in the morning.
Just how we just talk about plays and how Coach Av just goes over things, and just like I said, just how detailed everything is. Like that's the biggest difference. Like it was basically like, obviously I went over details, plays, watch film, but like we break things down to a T. So we're just like, it's a big difference. Basically like playing in the NFL, but not playing in the NFL like by the way we run our defense, but by the way we coach it.
We always talk about, you know, Big 12 championship and, you know, making it to the playoffs. But I think that's just, it's an everyday mission. You know, we got to win every day. And I think it's easy to look in the future, but you know, my main goal this year is really just take it day by day and just try to win each day and just get, you know, whatever whatever percentage is better every day, and just learn that much more and get that much more development every day. So when that time comes, you know, I'll be ready.
A successful season look like is, you know, me just doing my job, helping others do their job, and just winning.
I would say just being able to, you know, build on the things that I want to get better at, while, you know, excelling forward and not taking a step back in anything else. You know, building my game and taking it to the next level.
I always pray like before the game, just to God, like make God happy, make my family happy, and third, make myself happy. So I go out there and just do that, and then just make plays when I gotta make plays and do what I gotta do to contribute. I have to. I feel like that's a successful season for me.
I feel like a successful season would be winning the Big 12 championship for sure. I went there once in 23. We were projected to go back and never been back, but just having that feeling of playing in that stadium with that many fans and that kind of crowd and atmosphere. Like for this team, you know, we brought in some pieces. It's not like a place I've been before where it's been an overload of like 30 new guys coming in. You know, they brought the pieces that they needed. And I feel like everyone's kind of blended well already, so stay disciplined and fight throughout the whole year. Not have any mental errors, any lack of errors. Just stay locked into football and stay locked into the 12 opportunities we get.